Hello, SynGAP land. My name is Michael Graglia, and this is SynGAP10, episode 12, the 28th of May, 2021. Your 10-minute briefing on everything you need to know about SynGAP and what's going on this week. I'm excited to be talking to you today because, as usual, there's a lot of good stuff going on. If you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, this is a podcast, SynGAP.fun/10, SynGAP.fun/10. Go to that podcast and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and stay current. Stay current. There's good stuff going on. All right. Big announcement. SynGAP.fun/IPSC. What is an IPSC? It's an induced pluripotent stem cell. What are you talking about, Mike? Why do you use these big words? Don't worry about it. Go read the article. SynGAP.fun/IPSC. We put it up yesterday. It's really exciting. I've talked about it before, but I just want to touch on it real quick. We looked inside Ciitizen. Ciitizen is our natural history study. And we found a breakdown of the different kinds of mutations, right? So when you got that genetic report, when your kid was diagnosed, there's a bunch of gobbledygook on there and you're like, I don't know what any of this says. And maybe since then you've talked to JR or you're someone on the team and it's been explained to you. Maybe you had the good fortune of actually having a geneticist bother to explain it to you. Or maybe you're like, I still don't know what's on this piece of paper, which frankly is the bucket a lot of people are in. There's a lot of information on that paper, and it's really important that you have it and that you can find it, which is another great reason to do Ciitizen, by the way. But everybody's got a certain kind of mutation, a nonsense, a frame shift, a missense, an intronic, or a couple of you have like duplications and deletions. But for the most part, we're all nonsense, frame shift, missense. And what we did is we analyzed everyone's mutation because everyone in Ciitizen has their full medical record there. So we have their genetic reports and they gave us a list of mutations. We said, okay, these are the most common mutations. Indeed, we figured out some people have, 5 or 6 people have the same mutation in some cases. We said, these are really important mutations. And as more and more companies and labs discover SynGAP, the first thing they're going to want is to get patient blood, do some time, make the blood go back into stem cells and then grow the stem cells into neurons. That blood go back into stem cells bit and take the patient and consent and all that headache. We're talking 3 or 4 months and some money, time and money. And everyone's going to do it. Everyone starts with the stem cells. So we were like, that's crazy. Why don't we just pick out a few stem cells, a few mutations and build stem cells on these mutations and get them ready and make them available freely? Wouldn't that be smart? Wouldn't that make it easier for people to work on SynGAP? So we've done that. This article, SynGAP.fun/IPSC, is all about that. The natural inclination of any parent is to say, wait, did you do my kid's mutation? I don't know. We didn't look at names of kids. We looked at mutations. We looked at frequency of mutations. We looked at types of mutations. And we built mutations for certain ones. Now, if there's a mutation that we didn't do that you want us to do, good news. We love it. We want there to be more mutations, but we have a lot of things to fund right now. So if you're willing to raise the money for a mutation, go for it. Raise $9,000 and let us know which mutation you'd like us to pursue, and we'll go find a patient in Ciitizen with that mutation, and we'll do that cell line too. Our goal is that by the end of the year, we've developed 6 or 7 cell lines that are ready to go. And that we can start saying to researchers at our annual roundtable, researchers and companies, hey, free, come and get it. It's go time. Do your SynGAP research. We have taken months out of your timeline, no cost. Let's get it on. How did we pick this? Where did we get this data? Was this kosher? Yeah, it's totally kosher. We got the data out of the Ciitizen Natural History Study. The Ciitizen Natural History Study. But wait, I have a SynGAPian. Why am I not in that? I have no idea. I've been talking about it forever. Go to SynGAP.fun/NHS. For natural history study, which is the same as Ciitizen.com/SynGAP1, but whatever, I'm SynGAP funding everything right now. And sign up, right? That's the Ciitizen Natural History Study, which is this incredible, I'm gonna stop talking about it because you've heard me talk about this so many times. You're like, dude, stop, please stop. But I'll tell you what, you don't even have to listen to me talk about Ciitizen because other people are so excited about Ciitizen, they're talking about it now. So there's I'm in this phase where I'm recommending podcasts right now. RareX, SynGAP.fun/RareX will take you to a podcast by an organization called RareX. Go check them out. Look at their website. I'm not going to tell you they're amazing. You'll figure it out. And in this podcast between RareX and Nasha at Ciitizen, they talk about their partnership. And they talk about why Ciitizen is great. In fact, they even give SRF a shout out. But the punchline is, Ciitizen is helping bring the future into the hands of families of rare disease kids. The existing system, frankly, is outdated and slow. Our kids don't have time for outdated and slow. Citizen is the best thing I've ever seen. It's why I've encouraged our community to pursue it. It's why 100 people have signed up. If you haven't done it, get on it, people. And don't trust me. Go listen to that podcast. It's very good. And RareX is another incredible overarching data platform for the rare disease community. And guess what? Citizen and RareX in this podcast are talking about how they partnered up. I think I talked about a press release before. This is a podcast. You can just listen to it. And it's really important to understand that when you get on the Citizen bus, you're on the bus. And the bus is going to good places. So you don't even have to understand RareX or care about RareX or understand why it's great. Just know that if you're on the Citizen bus, the RareX bus is buckled up, and we're going to a good place for our kids by sharing our data with researchers and companies so they can research this disease. We're making it easier to research this disease. That's the punchline. The IPSCs, the Citizen, the next grant we're going to give, we're just taking steps out of the process. We know everyone's going to have to follow the same process, and we're just looking down the road and we're like, okay, we can get that done. We can get that done. We can get that done. Come on, people. Come and help our kids. There's probably a rule in a podcasting handbook somewhere that says don't hit the table when you're podcasting. I'm guessing that's a rule that I just broke. Whatever, it's Friday. Hey, if you weren't in the webinar yesterday, bummer. Dr. Angel something, I just call him Angel, is an incredible clinician in Barcelona. And he gave a presentation at our Spanish roundtable, which was back in February, in Espanol for Spanish-speaking people across Latin America. It was amazing. 400 people registered. And he gave this one presentation on SynGAP EEGs, and people were like, that was amazing. And I watched it. I don't speak Spanish. I speak Italian. It was like faking it. But I was like, that was amazing. Can he do it in English? And he's like, yeah, because he's like a very nice guy. So he did it the other day, and there were a lot of parents on the call. There were a lot of scientists on the call, too. They wanted to hear what he had to say. It was really cool. So that'll be up on our webpage soon. It takes time to, take the recording and tidy it up a little bit and blur out faces. But SynGAP.fund/webinar, pay attention for that and make sure you watch that webinar to understand the different kinds of seizures our kids have and the EEG readings. And if you're a parent who's getting EEG readings, having conversations with neurologists where the neurologist is like, well, it kind of was a seizure, but it's kind of abnormal and we're not really sure. This is the webinar for you. This is going to become one of the greatest hits. I can guarantee it. And if you go to SynGAP.fund/webinar, you're also going to see our 2 upcoming webinars, which are musts. They are musts, my friend. So I got too much stuff on I need a bigger screen. On June 10th at 10 Pacific, which is a Thursday, Sydney A10, Dr. Sydney A10, recently hooded, is giving a webinar about her incredible research on sleep and SynGAP. And I'm not gonna ruin the story there, but it's very good and it's recent research, and we're so grateful to her for agreeing to do this. A recent postdoc who did research on SynGAP, which means she's going to be alive and doing work for the next couple decades, hopefully a few decades, maybe longer, and just like our kids. So she's one we got to watch and we got to get to know, and we got to support her because we need really smart people like Dr. A10 thinking about our kids and helping them. And then a month later in July, Dr. Tom Frazier, Dr. TF as I call him, is doing a webinar for us about the NET tool, the evaluation tool that he's developing right now in partnership with Dr. Connie Smith-Hicks and others to help have a standardized scale that parents could administer with a laptop to our kids. Why does it matter? I talked about this in earlier episodes. We need a way to measure progress. We can't do a clinical trial if we don't have a tool that measures progress. So thank you, Dr. Frazier, for that. Again, go to syngap.fund/webinar to see all these webinars. And if you want to register for Dr. Frazier's, every parent should register for Dr. Frazier's because it's about his study and we need you to be involved in that study. So Dr. TF is that one. If you want to do the sleep one, you can do syngap.fund/A10. And if you're like, Mike is talking too fast, you can just do syngap.fund/webinar and boom, there you are. I got 30 seconds left. It's not enough time. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow's my birthday. Boom. syngap.fund/M46. 46. How did that happen? Go there. Facebook, if you're a Facebooker, go to syngap.fund/M46 and donate to my birthday fundraiser. I will match every single dollar on Sunday. Every single dollar. Test me. give big. Let's see if I can do it. But it's important. It's important. We got to raise money. We got to fund some research. I'm running out of time. Thank you so much. This has been SynGAP10. I'm grateful for all of you listening. Please share this and subscribe.